spectacular beginning at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. But today, we have a fight we think you will enjoy. Originally, it was scheduled to be the Cruiserweight Championship bout between the champion Marvin Camel and the challenger, former light heavyweight champion Victor Galindez. But Camel suffered an eye injury. He has been scratched, and in his place, you will see Galindez fight Jesse Burnette, a veteran 34-year-old Californian who is also trying to avenge a defeat at the hands of Galindez in the past. So we will have for you a scheduled 12-round elimination bout. And the winner of the fight between Burnette, who is ranked 10th by the WBC as a cruiserweight, and Galindez, who is ranked number 6, will go on and meet Marvin Camel when he is healthy enough to fight. So it should be a good battle in Anaheim, California.
Back here at Anaheim, and just a reminder that this was to be a championship fight with the champion Marvin Camel defending against Victor Galindez, but Campbell, suffering an eye injury, actually was out of the ring during the time he was preparing for the fight. He got a piece of solder in his eye, scratched the cornea, and that's why he was unable to go ahead with his fight. So it'll be Victor Galindez against Jesse Burnette in a 12-round elimination fight, with the winner to meet Marvin Camel for the championship. And we'll be coming back for the boxing action here shortly. Right now... Thank you, Dick. We're back here at the Disneyland Hotel in Anaheim, California, and joining us on our commentary this afternoon, a very special guest, the WBA heavyweight champion, Mike Weaver. Mike, good to have you along.
Thanks a lot.
Mike, a Californian, and here to watch this cruiserweight elimination fight, and we'll be getting some of his comments, along with, of course, Gil Clance as we go along. Victor Galindez against Jesse Burnette. Victor Galindez weighed in at 190, Burnette at 181 3/4. Galindez with a record of 51, 7 and 4 draws. Burnette 20 wins, 11 losses, 2 draws. According to Ring Magazine, 30 knockouts in the career of Victor Galindez, 9 by Jesse Burnette. And Burnette coming off quite a year in 1979 in terms of opposition. John Conte, Jerry Martin, young Joe Louis, Butch Geiger, a lesser light, Lottie Mwala, and his last win was against Dale Grant from Billings, Montana. Victor Galindez in the white trunks and Burnette in the light blue. And we should point out something you may have seen in the interview with Burnette. He has a quite swollen right ear, and that occurred during training for this fight. It's been lanced a couple of times to drain some blood out of it. It's still quite puffy, but he did pass the commission physical here in the state of California this morning, and apparently it's not serious enough to consider postponing the fight, but we'll be watching to see if it's a factor as the action goes along.
Mike, have you fought anybody that uses that up jab the way Jesse Burnette, you know, he jabs off his knee? Have you fought anybody that fights with that style?
No, I haven't, but I work with Jesse Burnette on numerous amount of time. And, use that jab good, and he's a very smart fighter.
Well, I used to work with that jab with the Griffith. He'd use it sometimes, like we'd change from round to round. And it's a very hard jab for the opponent to see because it comes up from the knee, and it can be very, very effective.
You're right.
Victor Galindez in the white trunks with red trim, now circling to the left of your screen. Just turned 32. Argentinian born, now lives in Miami under new management. Juan Carlos Dominguez, an Argentinian, and Michael Dundee.
Oh, let him go.
Trained by Chuck Talhami. Jesse Burnette managed and trained by Jesse Reed. Galindez moving to Miami a couple of months ago, trying to rebound from that loss to Marvin Johnson of his light heavyweight crown. Sparred about 75 rounds for this fight. Less than a minute to go in round 1.
We mentioned earlier that the way to attack Jesse Burnette's style is with the left hook, and that's exactly what Galindez is trying to do.
Jesse Burnette with a combination, gets a grin from Galindez. An early show of macho from him, and Burnette really wants this one badly.
Jesse looks pretty sharp to me. How's he look to you, Mike?
He looked very sharp to me. You know, Jesse knows this fight means a lot to him. He's up to his best.
Good hook to the body by Galindez. Less than 30 seconds to go in round 1. 12-round elimination bout sanctioned by the World Boxing Council in this new cruiserweight division. Right hand by Burnette and a counter to the body by Galindez. Final seconds of round number 1. Round number 2. Jesse Burnette and Victor Galindez, and there's the bell for it. The referee is John Thomas, and the judges today are Dick Young and Vince Delgado, judging by the referee and 2 judges on the 10-point must scoring system. 10 points to the winner of a round, 9 or less to the loser of a round.
Well, between rounds, the trainer of Jesse Burnette, Jesse Reed, said, stiffen up that jab. Don't jab at him, jab through him. Let's see if Burnette follows those instructions. And Galindez did not sit down between rounds.
Well, watching Galindez train this past week, he looked to be in pretty good shape, but I know that he would like to have had a little more time to prepare for this fight. Of course, he was training for the Camel fight, but even his trainer felt that another couple of weeks would have helped Galindez, as they're also working on trying to get him to slip punches more. And Chuck Talhambi says no reason for him to take as many punches as he does in order to get counter punches of his own.
Well, that's what Galindez likes to do. He likes to fight with his back on the ropes. He makes you punch so he can punch back at you. He can counter. He doesn't like to chase you. Despite the fact that he's a short, stocky guy, you think that would be his style, but it's not. He likes to counter punch. He'll go against those ropes, let you punch at him, and then he likes to try to really nail you.
Let's go.
Let's see if Jesse falls into that trap.
Gil Clancy, along with WBA heavyweight champion Mike Weaver, here at ringside. Good right hand from Burnette lands. Right hand, Galindez just pulled away from that. By the way, tomorrow we've got karate action, professional karate on the Sports Spectacular, 4 o'clock Eastern Time. Undefeated Bill Superfoot Wallace and his farewell match. Should be some great action tomorrow on the Sports Spectacular.
Speaking of farewell matches, the loser of this fight today, it could be their farewell match, Ken. I feel if Galindez loses, I don't think there would be any point in going any further. And you mentioned that Jesse had talked about retirement.
Jesse has talked about retirement. I started to say in the first round that his wife has kind of kept him going as he pops those jabs into the face of Galindez. She said, give us 1 more year, Jesse, and not knowing that this development could happen out of the blue. A chance here against Galindez that could vault him into a title shot. If he wins it, he'll take on Marvin Campbell for the cruiserweight title.
How's it look to you so far, Mike?
It's a very good fight. Galindez landing good hits to the body and just landing good right hand and good jab. Good fight.
Burnette getting the support of the hometown crowd here, something he's wanted. Final seconds of round number 2. We're looking into Jesse Burnette's corner. His handler Jesse Reed talking to him, and now let's see some action from round number 2.
Good left hook by Burnette.
Mike Weaver, Jesse Burnette gives you a lot of his back to hit at. He comes at you kind of sideways. Is that part of his defense, make himself a more difficult target?
Right, Jesse Burnette is a very difficult target to hit with a good solid punch. You know, me, knowing from working many times in the gym, he's a very smart fighter.
34 years of age from Inglewood, California, currently ranked number 10 among the cruiserweights. Galindez is ranked number 6. The champion is Marvin Campbell. He was to be here today defending his title against Galindez, but an outside of the ring injury to his eye, a scratched cornea, has postponed that. And the winner here now will meet Campbell for the title. Round number 3, scheduled for 12.
That's it.
Gil, Galindez looks heavy to me. We know that he had trouble making the 190-pound limit, and that's got to be a cause for concern on his part.
Well, he has a couple of things going against him. Number 1, he has that spare tire around the middle. And number 2, he hasn't been that active. Jesse Burnette's been an active fighter, and that could really work in his favor as this fight continues. I'd say a good weight for Galindez would be about 182, 183. Then it'd be in super condition. A little heavy right now. Sure is slick. You got hit with that one big punch. He slipped 4 or 5 other bombs at Galindez.
I thought he got hurt with that right hand, but he didn't get hit no more after that shot. Very slick fighter.
In Galindez's corner, they're yelling at him to be first, get off first, but he's waiting. He wants to counter punch.
These two fighters met in 1976. A disputed decision went to Galindez in Denmark.
Burnette can't take it in the body.
The crowd there was in support of Burnette. They thought he won that fight. One of several very controversial decisions that have gone against Jesse Burnette over the years. Less than a minute to go. Round 3.
All hit shots.
That was a non-title fight, although Galindez was the light heavyweight champion at the time. Burnett's been waiting for another opportunity against this man. He's got it here, plus the victory that could send him into a title shot.
Shoot, Jess.
15 seconds to go in the third round.
Burnette is not falling into Galindez's trap. Galindez goes against the ropes, but Burnette just doesn't wind up and start punching. He's being very, very cautious. Maybe that's the smart thing for him to do. Galindez goes against those ropes and asks him to punch.
61 fights for Victor Galindez as we look at his corner, and also a reminder that there is more boxing action on June 28th here on the Sports Spectacular. From San Juan, it'll be Michael Dokes and Ozzy Ocasio in a rematch of that disputed fight, and Gil Clancy will be there with Dick Stockton for that one.
I'm looking forward to it, Tim. Last one was a good one. This one should be better.
Heavyweights, Michael Dokes and Ozzy Ocasio. And here today, we've got Victor Galindez, the former light heavyweight champion, defended his crown 8 times before losing it to Mike Rossman. He won it back from Rossman and then lost it last November to Marvin Johnson, who has since been dethroned. Jesse Burnette on the left of your screen fought once for the light heavyweight title, a losing cause against Miguel Cuello of Argentina. Took that fight on about 10 days' notice and acquitted himself very well. Galindez in that familiar spot on the rope, waiting to counterpunch.
He loves you to reach for a right hand when he's on that rope, because he has a way of pivoting and coming back with his own right hand.
Tim Ryan with Gil Clancy and WBA heavyweight champion Mike Weaver. Mike, what about that ear of Jesse Burnette's? Swollen, doesn't seem to be a factor yet, but would you be worried about it if it was your ear?
Yes, it's my ear. I'd be worried about it, but I didn't know Jesse had a sore ear, so I don't guess he worried about that much.
Well, the doctor passed
no problem.
Doctor passed him at the physical this morning.
Mike, you notice when Galindez is on the ropes, he invites you to throw that right hand to the head. And every time you do it, he has a way of slipping it and countering back. What would you do if you had the Galindez on the rope? What punch you think you'd be using on him?
I probably wouldn't throw the right hand. I'd probably go hook to the body, because I see his counter right hand is good. He's good counter punching. So I would have to throw the hook to the body.
Yeah, that would be my feeling too. Feint and either hook to the body, or either drop a right hand to the body and come back up with the hook.
Right.
You remember that combination, don't you, Mike? Right hand to the body, left hook to the head.
Quite well.
Kind of made you famous, huh?
Well, that was the combination that won the championship for him against John Tate. Galindez working here to the body against Jesse Burnette. Less than a minute to go in round number 4, scheduled for 12. There's that right hand guarding style that Gil Clancy demonstrated at the outset of the fight. Played by Jesse Burnette in blue.
There is against the ropes waiting again. He defies you to punch at him, but Burnette is not falling into the trap.
Under 30 seconds to go, round 4. Left jab landed from Galindez. End of round 4 coming up. There is Jesse Burnette, 34 years of age, from Inglewood, California, number 10 ranked. You can see that right ear as his trainer-manager Jesse Reed talks to him.
All right, second out.
We're ready for round number 5, scheduled for 12. Victor Galindez, now living in Miami, having moved there a couple of months ago from his home in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Missing with a wild left. Victor Galindez, married with 3 children. Jesse Burnette, married with 2 little girls.
There's that left hook, countering that style of Jesse Burnette's.
I don't want to get the Burnette family mad at me. It's a boy and a girl. 2 kids and his wife, Felita. Left hook from Galindez.
And his corner is shouting for him to throw left hooks to the body. Looks like Galindez is starting to take the play away from Jesse, Mike. He's going to have to become a little more active with his hands.
Yeah,
Don't you think so?
He's coming on, man. He's throwing good body punches, right hands. He's really taking the play.
I think Jesse has to land one big punch now. Let Galindez respect him a little bit again. Beautiful.
Bill Superfoot Wallace, our karate action on the Sports Spectacular, 4 o'clock Eastern Time. June 28th, heavyweight boxing action. Michael Dokes, Ozzie Ocasio, live from San Juan.
Mike, you were mentioning you throw those left hooks to the body when Galindez is on the ropes, but Jesse Burnette's style where he leans over to his right, he can't throw a left hook from that position.
You're right, you're right. Just the way Jesse stands to keep him a lot from throwing left hook to the body.
He has to get over. He has to bring that weight over.
Under a minute to go, round 5. That lands with a jab.
Stiff, Jeff, stiff. More left, more left. Every time he hurts him in the body. More left, Jeff.
Good left hook from Galindez. Burnette keeps coming forward, yelling. He's basically a counterpuncher, but against another counterpuncher, he knows he's got to force this fight.
Well, he's using that left jab, and that's what he should be doing. He's being cautious, he's being smart, but he should use that jab. He has to keep snapping it all the time.
A slight abrasion under the right eye of Victor Galindez. We noticed in round 4. We're in the 5th round. Not any kind of a factor yet, but we'll be watching. Final seconds of the 5th round.
There's that left hook again. Mike, that's what you have to use against that style.
Dangerous blow.
Round number 6 of a scheduled 12-rounder. An elimination bout, the winner to go against Marvin Camel, the cruiserweight champion. And that weight limit, 190 pounds. If you joined us along the way, Marvin Camel won that title against Monte Karlov of Yugoslavia. They're both former light heavyweights. Camel scheduled to fight here today. An eye injury suffered outside the ring has postponed that. These two fighting today for the chance to meet Camel. And Burnette going to work with the left hand on Galindez. That brings him off the rope for the Corey, but he didn't land anything. Tim Ryan, Gil Clancy, and WBA heavyweight champion Mike Weaver here at ringside in Anaheim, California.
Good combination by Burnette. He's coming a little bit more now.
Right to the body.
Both fighters landed heavy body punches in that exchange then.
Referee is John Thomas. He will score along with the 2 judges.
Thomas does a real good job refereeing. You can always tell a good referee. He's not in the action, very seldom in the picture.
Dick Young and Vince Delgado are the judges at ringside. Both also referees.
It's a real tactical fight. Neither fighter has lost his cool. Mike, you pointed out that Burnette is slick, and he is slick.
Yes.
Look at that little move there. Just take a little step over to the right. Left Galindez swinging at the air.
Very slick. Get off! Get off!
Jesse just won't fall into that trap.
I was Galindez waiting for the total hook.
Under a minute to go, round 6.
That's it to the body, Mike. I can't believe what it takes. Come on. Go to the body.
Burnett's been more effective with the jab, landing it more frequently. It usually brings a flurry back to the body from Galindez, as it did there. 30 seconds to go, round number 6. Been a grueling affair midway through this 12-rounder.
Big right hand by Burnette.
Knocked his mouthpiece out.
Well, that's the California rule. In California, when your mouthpiece is knocked out, they take time and put it back in your mouth.
A little blood from the mouth of Victor Galindez as we start round number 7. It looks to me like a slight cut on the inside of his lip. Nothing too dangerous. A good right hand by Burnette.
He got hurt by that punch, Tim. He's hurt.
Galindez is down. A hard right hand from Jesse Burnette. And then following up, Galindez goes to the canvas, telling the referee Thomas he's all right. The crowd is on its feet. We're in the 7th round. Burnette trying to follow up with another right hand.
So a good left hook underneath, too, Tim. He has Galindez is right there.
Galindez is wobbly.
Him down. He has no legs.
Galindez trying to fight back in there, but Burnette pouring it on. Jesse Burnette trying to get that title opportunity. As Galindez in trouble here in the 7th round. Burnette might be a little arm weary here. What do you think, Mike Weaver?
His arms are fine.
I don't think just in the arm was just that he's in top shape. I think you know what he's doing. You know you have Galindez in trouble right now. He's trying to take advantage of it.
Galindez gamely battling back. Still seems shaky on his feet. There's nothing wrong with his punching. He landed a hard body shot.
He hurt Burnette. Yes, he did.
A little trouble.
He hurt Burnette with that body shot.
What a brawl this has become.
The crowd on its feet here. A 7th round slugfest. Galindez, who was knocked down early in the round, comes back to hurt Weaver.
Well, this is what Galindez likes, though. He likes that brawling style. Jesse ought to go back to snapping that jab and setting him up. What do you think, Mike?
They should. You know, good jab out and with the opportunity with that right hand like he did last time. They get him again, but both of them are in trouble right now, I believe.
Standing in the middle of the ring, throwing punches. Galindez and Burnette. Finally, Galindez falling back against the rope.
Now Burnett's back to that jab, so he can set up his other punches with it.
What a show by Victor Galindez getting up off the canvas after Burnette had nailed him with a tough right hand.
He's doing it with all heart now, Tim. All heart.
30 seconds to go in the 7th round.
There he goes.
Down he goes again. A
On the
straight
temple. Right hand on the temple.
Galindez looking at his corner. Referee John Thomas giving him the count. And he's all right. Up in time.
He's not all right, Tim. One more right hand, he's going.
Well, I mean, he got up from that knockdown is what I meant.
Doesn't have a leg under him. He gets hit a clean punch now, he's gone. Any kind of
That's the end of the round. The end of the 7th round.
Good round for both.
Victor Galindez comes to his corner. Looks awfully weary and wobbly, but he survived 2 knockdowns at the hands of Jesse Burnette, and indeed in between landed a tremendous body punch that hurt Burnette. We're going to see that first knockdown. Burnette landed a right hand and then followed up with that combination, and down Galindez went. Now here's the second knockdown by Burnette.
There it is, right on the temple.
Right hand to the temple, and one good clean shot sent him down that time. But Galindez gamely up and wanting to continue the battle, and we have round 8 coming up. Tim Ryan, Gil Clancy, Mike Weaver, the WBA heavyweight champion, and we're seeing quite a show here. These two veterans, 34-year-old Burnette, trying to keep his career alive, having thought seriously about retirement earlier this year. Victor Galindez, a comeback after losing to Marvin Johnson, his light heavyweight crown, trying it as a cruiserweight.
Victor still seems wobbly to me. That left jab bothered me. He's still shaking his head. Mike, I think if Jess just keeps snapping that left jab and snapping, he's going to set up a big right hand. It's going to be all over. He just shouldn't get drawn into a punching exchange because anything can happen with a strong guy like Galindez. But he should be moving that left hand now. A big mistake is waiting for one shot. He should be snapping that jab. He's waiting for that one shot.
Right hand.
You got to set it up. It comes by itself. You know that, Mike.
It comes when you least expect it.
That's right. He should be snapping that jab.
By the way, the 3 knockdown rule is in effect in this fight. It doesn't normally apply in California, but both fighters agreed to it. Had Galindez gone down once more in the 7th round, Burnette would now be the winner of this fight. He's got
hit him with a right hand again.
Good right hand.
And another one.
It's time to be some draw.
Burnette had Conte down twice in that fight, wound up getting only a draw. He had Ladi Mwala down and wound up losing a split decision. And it's got to be on his mind that he's just got to put this guy away for keeps. Galindez, a very tough man. He has lost 7 times.
Jesse's breathing like a steam engine now, Tim, but he's okay. Well, how does a steam engine breathe?
Heavily. We're in round 8, scheduled for 12.
Jess should be moving that left jab a little more, though, Mike. Don't you think so? He's given Galindez a chance to get his bearings again.
Yeah, I think Jesse kind of punched himself out in the last round.
Well, but it doesn't take much effort to throw a good snapping jab. The other punches, yes, but he could be jabbing.
Under a minute to go in the 8th round. We've got light heavyweight championship action coming up in July on the Sports Spectacular. Matthew Saad Muhammad against Yaki Lopez. Lopez and Burnette have had quite a rivalry. They've fought each other 4 times. Lopez fought Galindez for the light heavyweight championship, and he's getting a shot against the former Matt Franklin.
That's the way Burnette isn't throwing any punches now. I know another fighter that does that sometimes, Mike, when he shouldn't. And he has all the ability in the world. You know the fighter I'm talking about? Huh? Yeah. I think now that you're the champion of the world, Mike, I think we're going to see a much better fighter. You have more confidence in yourself.
A much better fighter.
Burnette forcing that right hand again, but he just grazed Galindez that time. They're battling right above us, the final seconds of round number 8. Most of the crowd still on its feet, cheering the hometown hero Burnette, but now Galindez bangs to the body as the round comes. Round number 9, and Jesse Burnette up off his stool early, went around waving to his fans and friends in the crowd. Smile on his face, he's confident, but for a man who's been in this situation before and wound up losing, he's got to be thinking solely about that guy in front of him. And now some fans from Argentina chanting Argentina for Victor Galindez, so he is not in totally hostile surroundings here today. 9th round, we have Burnette slightly ahead on our cards.
Fire, Jesse, fire!
And of course, the big round number 7, where he had Galindez down twice.
Tim, I think that 7th round puts him comfortably ahead because, you know, it wasn't a 10-9 round, at least a 10-8, maybe a 10-7.
Right you are. On a rounds basis, I was considering him only slightly ahead, but that would be a big point round. They use a 10-point must system here in the state of California. Galindez, of course, capable of taking you out with one big one. Joe Clancy and WBA heavyweight champion Mike Weaver. We're here in Anaheim, California, live at ringside. 12-round elimination bout. The winner to meet cruiserweight champion Marvin Campbell.
You know, Tim, with Styles, you figure that this wouldn't be a good fight because they're both basically counter punches, but it goes to show you that we can all be wrong. It looks like it's a real good fight between basically 2 counter punches.
Well, Burnette came out forcing the issue. He knew he had to do that, and it's paid off for him thus far. Pace has gone back a little here in the 9th round, which is to be expected after the fury of rounds 7 and 8. Under a minute to go. The Argentinian fans chanting for Galindez. Had Burnette outbalanced there, but not from a good solid flow.
Jesse's still working, waiting for that one big shot, Mike. Meanwhile, Galindez is banging around pretty good to the body this round.
Galindez still in the round for him.
Under 30 seconds to go in round number 9. Galindez looked over at his supporters standing behind our broadcast position here. Most of this crowd on its feet in the exhibition hall.
I think it's possible that he hurt his right hand. He hasn't used it in the last 2 rounds.
It could be possible, but I haven't seen no punches.
Round of the scheduled 12-rounder, Mike Weaver, Gil Clancy, and Mike, certainly the customers are getting the money's worth.
They're definitely getting money. It's a very good fight. 2 counter punches make a very good fight.
Have you got somebody ahead here, or you're playing it safe?
I'm playing it safe.
All right. Jesse Burnette and Victor Galindez come out here for this 10th round. Remember, this is a 12-round fight. Burnette in blue, Galindez in white. The Burnette crowd liking that right-hand lead of Jesse's to the face of Galindez. Did not have a whole lot of power on it, however.
Well, it had enough to hurt him again, Tim, because he's shaking his head.
Didn't look like he really stung them, but we were behind that punch. A little hard to pick up on the impact of it. Now they're right above us. Jesse Burnette had been preparing for a fight against Butch Geiger scheduled for next week. And he said, you know, really, when I got the word that I was going to be into this one, I wish that I had been training a little harder for the Geiger fight. But he said, I'm ready. This is a great opportunity, and I want it.
Tim, all fighters say that. No matter when you tell them they have a fight, they say, gee, I need another week. They always feel like they need another week.
Referee is John Thomas. They look like they banged heads inside there off that right hand shot to the body by Galindez. They made contact, and Galindez came out holding his head just above his right eye. No visible damage.
The Argentinians are yelling, Corazon, Galindez Corazon.
We'd like to alert our stations along the line. We'll be going to a station break at the end of this round.
Station break or not, what they're saying is Galindez heart. They wanted to win it with heart.
Argentinian fans here, and Mike Weaver, or in, well, Mike Weaver country too, but Jesse Burnette's hometown area. Less than a minute to go in round number 10.
You know, Mike, Jesse's letting Galindez back in this fight, and I don't think there's any reason for it. He doesn't have his legs aren't too good yet, and Jesse just isn't asserting himself.
No, he isn't. Galindez seems to be getting stronger and stronger, and Jesse seems to let him come on more.
But he's very, very relaxed. He looks like he still has it, but he's not using it.
He doesn't look tired. He's not being vigilant.
Less than 30 seconds to go, round 10.
Not pegging. He's just not moving those hands.
That's all.
Galindez is winning this round just on effort.
Final seconds of this round. Today's CBS Sports Spectacular will continue after this word from your local station. This is round 11 of a scheduled 12-round WBC cruiserweight elimination fight, 190-pound limit. Victor Galindez, top of your screen. Jesse Burnette in the blue trunks. Now on the left of your screen, he had 2 knockdowns of Galindez in the 7th round. That appear to be ahead in points, but Galindez has been coming on the last couple of rounds. Remember, stay tuned for the Golden Rings Modern Rhythmic Gymnastics competition. We'll be returning to that. Right at the end of this fight, you'll be joining Dick Stockton, Muriel Grossfeld.
You know, 2 rounds ago, between rounds, Jesse Burnette walked around the ring and was waving to everybody. This round, he was winking and smiling. I think he should fight a little bit more. This fight isn't over yet. He's got to get busy.
Well, and we've commented how many times he's been involved in these fights where it looked like he was ahead or indeed had won a fight. Decisions went against him. He earned a draw against John Conte after having them down twice in that fight in London last year. So certainly he's got to be remembering the bad things that have happened to him. He's got to keep the initiative up here. For Victor Galindez, he knows he has to rally, and he's trying and has done so through rounds 9 and 10. A comeback try by an outstanding light heavyweight champion. Defended his title 8 times successfully. Lost it to Rossman, won it back, and then lost it to Marvin Johnson. He's been a good one and an active champion.
Well, I was speculating that he might have hurt his right hand because he hasn't used it at all since he had Galindez down a couple of times. But if for a guy that hurt a right hand, he wouldn't be smiling and laughing. I think the right hand's okay. I just think he just isn't throwing it.
Gil Clancy talking about Jesse Burnette. Snapping that jab and landing it.
Jab is very effective this round. Very effective.
Very effective jab.
This is
Mike Weaver, the heavyweight champion, is with us at ringside. Less than a minute to go in the 11th round. The crowd here really enjoying it. It's been a grueling fight.
He must have heard us, Mike, because he's busy with that jab now.
That jab is keeping his head popping back and forth. It's a very effective jab.
Under 30 seconds remaining in the 11th round. 12-rounder. Burnette stalking, and using the jab well. Galindez has fallen back a little from his rally in the last couple of rounds.
Jesse hasn't thrown one right hand this round. Oh, no, yes he did. He threw one. Almost all. There's another one.
Good combination. We're in the final seconds of the 11th round. Jesse Burnette again parading around the ring, waiting to get started. He's eager and ready to go, and his crowd in his support, but he's got one more round to fight. He seems very confident of victory.
Well, he wobbled Galindez badly again at the end of the 11th round.
Yes, he did.
It seems Victor doesn't have any legs under him at all. If you hit him a solid punch, it looks like he'll go.
In that final second of the 11th round, that flurry in the Galindez corner actually had Galindez on unsteady legs. We are in the final round. Burnette in blue, Galindez in white. The winner to meet Marvin Camel for the Cruiserweight Championship. The comeback try of Victor Galindez would appear to be off the track at the moment. For Jesse Burnette, that opportunity for his second chance at a title. He lost to Miguel Cuello in his first try. He's had a lot of bad luck against some very tough people in the light heavyweight division.
You know, Mike, he was so effective. There's that jab now. He was so effective with it in the 11th round, but he's not using it that much this round.
Yeah, I don't know why he should stop. He should go all out beyond this last round. You had nothing to lose the other round.
Well, he isn't.
Good right hand body shot from Galindez. You're listening to Gil Clancy and heavyweight champion Mike Weaver with us here at ringside. Right hand to the ear from Burnette landed. Yep.
He has Galindez in a little trouble again.
He's in a little trouble right now. Just to get rid of him if he go out, he can take Galindez out.
Tremendous flurry of punches against the far ropes. Burnette wants to finish him. Galindez fighting in desperation now in this final round. There's some blood between the eyes of Galindez. It may be there from his mouth. He was cut early in the fight in the mouth. A minute to go in the fight.
Galindez has plenty of heart. He doesn't have a leg under him. He's still winging.
Never give up.
If the referee pushed him hard now, he'd fall down, Tim.
But he's still coming forward now. Less than 30 seconds to go. Burnette seems very much in control. Galindez is going to fight to the last second. only takes one big one.
That's all it takes. One good shot.
10 seconds left in the fight.
What a last round. That pounded away.
The crowd is on its feet as they have been for the last 3 rounds. A slugfest, and it's all over. Galindez and Jesse Burnette put on quite a show here.
They did. Throwing money in the ring already.
Victor Galindez and Jesse Burnette, and a standing ovation for these two gladiators who really put on quite a scrap. And we'll return with the decision here in Anaheim, California in just a moment. All right, we're back here awaiting the decision. And the announcer, Bill Kaplan, is just picking up the scorecards from the referee and the judges, and we'll find out momentarily. We're standing by Jesse Burnette in anticipation of his victory. And if we're wrong, we'll be talking to Victor Galindez. And here it is.
In a real great fight, we have a unanimous decision. Referee John Thomas scores the fight 115-111. Judge Dick Young scores the fight 116-111. Judge Vince Delgado 115-112. All in favor of Jesse Burnette.
All right, Jesse Burnette. Here's a happy man, a unanimous decision. He's now got a title opportunity. Jesse, you told me just this morning that your wife, Belita, kept you fighting for another year. She must be a happy lady now, and I guess you're a happy guy.
Yes, he said I'll give her one more year because the first of the year I was going to quit because I was getting tired of getting shafted. And I'm glad she talked me into it.
Were you worried about your ear coming into this fight?
Didn't feel the pain.
Didn't feel a thing. Now, in the 7th round, you had him down twice. A good right hand on the first one and another right hand on the second knockdown. If you had one more knockdown, the fight would have been over. Were you trying for it then?
I was trying, but he was slick. I got to watch because that guy hit like a mule.
Plus, Jesse wasn't really in top condition, so he was afraid of running out of gas. He didn't train for Victor Galindez. He trained for Booker.
This is Jesse Reed, his manager and trainer, and obviously you might not feel that you were in the best shape coming into the fight, but it seemed like you were very strong at the end.
I was in damn good shape. I wasn't in the best shape, but I was in good shape. I've been running and doing everything.
Here's Victor Galindez coming over to offer his congratulations. Victor, a really outstanding fight. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Victor Galindez, the former light heavyweight champion, and now Jesse Burnette. A pair of Jessies here, and you got to be thinking about Marvin Campbell.
Yes, now I think about it, but really I'm not even thinking about Marvin Campbell because after what he see today, he may not even want to fight me. So, you know.
CBS going to make sure he fights you, Jesse. Don't you worry.
Well, we can't do that, but sure, if they fight, we'd like to have it, that's for sure. Jesse Reed and Jesse Burnette, congratulations on a great victory here, and certainly the hometown fans loved every minute of it.
There are some professional boxers who have to work to support themselves between bouts, and Mustafa Hamsho is one of those boxers. He works in Brooklyn at his cousin's store. We recently visited with Mustafa, and we experienced some Syrian night fever.
We're standing this morning with Wilfred Scipion, leading middleweight contender, who will face later on this afternoon on NBC Sports World, Mustafa Hamsho. You were involved 7 months ago in an unfortunate ring fight.